Imran, is the housing market about to crash?
Well, this is a very simple question, but there is a huge base to answer this question, that what is meaning by the crash? The first is that, is the crash mean that what happened in the US in 2007 and 8, or it happened in Canada in 1980s, sort of that type of crash? Or is it the crash, the adjustment and correction of the price? So that is the two different way. So if the crash means that the people are no more buying the houses, the mortgages are default, they left the properties, and they are abandoned, what happened in Detroit. So that crash, it's happened in US. In Canada, it's happened ever in the history only once a time. When we say the 2007 and 8, if you see this one, the world economic crisis came. So everywhere in the global market, the market was going down, the housing market was crashed, the mortgages was dead, and lot of bankruptcies came with the banking sector. But what happened in Canada? So the Canada adjusted the things with their own internal structure, with the lowering the borrowing cost. So the borrowing cost made it possible that people can afford the house and they don't leave the properties what happened across the border. So that sustained the housing market. That was the first in 2007 and 8 after the original crisis in 90s. But the second time it's happened the same way in 2017. 17, 18, 19 was the same scenario, and there was a correction in the price because the price was high of almost $150,000 in 2017 within 3 months, and that adjustment happened in a one to 2 years. And we saw that COVID was in 2019, started in 20, and the situation was very, very bad. What happened? Was it crash? No crash. And now in 2022, when we saw the market corrected itself, the base behind that was the interest rate, the borrowing cost, because nobody was expecting the borrowing cost could go so much high that it goes double what they are paying right now, the mortgage, and that's why the people stop buying the houses, but the market never crashed. So I would say in starting 2000s, from last 25 years, there was never been a crash in the housing industry in Canada, and it never is gonna be. Why? Because the base is that it's not a huge market like a US. We have a very small market. Like if you see in the history, in starting at 20 years back, the purchases of the houses was around 50,000 units, but now last 10 years average is 75 to 80,000 units in GTA. So Greater Toronto area only to 70,000, 75,000 transaction is not a big volume, and it means how many people sell the house? A fraction of people sell the house, and a lot of people already have paid their mortgages and everything. The issue arises for the people who are buying now. Are they bought in that time when the prices were higher, or the mortgages were on a higher cost? Those people are suffering, and those people are going for the bankruptcies or consolidation